Proverbs 18 verse 2 says that a fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion. When I read that, I often think of culture today. And it doesn't really take that long to look around on social media, at your workplace, at school, wherever you are, to come to that same conclusion that the world is obsessed with expressing opinions over truthfulness. Then I ask myself a very scary question. I ask myself, does that describe you? And I want you to ask that to yourself. Are we as a people, as Christians, more obsessed with expressing our opinions over coming to an understanding? I don't think it's really a stubbornness issue. It might be part of it, but I think the bigger issue is a lack of respect for each other. We're not willing to listen to each other. We're not willing to love each other, but we're more obsessed with making sure we look good, or that we look like we know what we're talking about. And we speak out of ignorance rather than speaking from a place that's true, that's necessary, that's beneficial. Sure, Jesus at times spoke harshly. And as Christians, as we try to follow Jesus, we can remember that, but we also have to remember that he always spoke out of love. He never spoke anything that was incorrect. He never spoke when it wasn't necessary. He never spoke when it wasn't beneficial. But rather, he always spoke in a way from the perspective that helped others come to know the Father. And that's our job. As Christians, we should be speaking in a way that conveys truthfulness, that conveys love, that shows them that we're like Jesus, that we're glorifying the Father, so that when they look at us, they too will glorify him. They too can learn more about him. I wonder how many fights, how many disagreements, how many relationships would be improved or avoided if it came from a place of understanding. If we took the time to be patient with one another, listen to each other, and act like Christ, and speak in ways that brought them to come to know the Father. That's our job in life, is to obey the Father, to follow him, be more like Christ, and then also share that with others, so they too can come to know him and live a more abundant life and glorify the Father. And then one day we can live together with him forever. This has been this week's Thursday 3. I'm Jonathan Germany. I'm the Associate Minister at Holly Hill Church of Christ. And these videos are brought to you by Holly Hill and also Adventures in Ministry. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you guys next week.